as my son was being diagnosed and I was coming to the understanding that I was possibly autistic, I spent a lot of soul searching hours trying to understand all the emotional and relational and the social and economic and educational train wrecks that I have experienced throughout my couple of decades that I've been alive. And the therapist that he went to said these words. He said, by the time we are done with therapy, his autism will disappear. Now, at that moment, it struck an emotional chord with me on two levels. The first level was the fact that my son would hopefully be able to avoid all the emotional, relational, economic, educational, um, career wise train wrecks, trauma that I've experienced over the years. And so that made me very glad that he would be able to avoid those. Um, but on the other hand, it made me scared because it felt like it would nullify my journey. If all of a sudden my children who are on the spectrum would be able to grow up without having to ride the trains that I rode, they will never understand the experiences I've had. And it sort of made me feel like my experiences were going to be negated. And that was scary. So realize that anytime you're dealing with a person, you tell them your children will not experience the wounds or the trials or the obstacles that you experience. That's very scary to an older person who feels like they are being just simply pushed into a history book somewhere and their experiences are being diminished.